What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons back with another great interview for you guys. All right, today's guest is the CEO of Impact Cleaning Professionals based out of Polk County, Florida. And I actually had a chance to meet this person up in Chicago at the Cleaning Cocktails event. I got a chance to hear a little bit about his story, and I thought it was intriguing and impressive. So I decided to invite him on for an interview. So
headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
First thing first, you already know how we welcome it. So just give us a little bit of background about yourself, where you're from, and things like that.
All right. My name is Antonio. Most people call me Toni. Polk County native, born and raised right here in the heart of Florida. I'm a husband. Me and my wife, we've been together almost 10 years, coming up in March. Got 3 little girls, 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And man, I just got a heart for service, man, and a heart for people, and I try to just display that through my business and throughout my community. So
That's what's
I love
up.
Polk County. It's home, and I rep it through and through.
That's what's up, man. And congrats to you and your wife for making it that long. I know it's definitely some ups and downs usually in relationships. So congrats
Oh
to
yeah,
y'all
of
on that for
course.
staying strong together. All right, man. So I want to go ahead and jump into the fun part this time, so that way people can see who we're dealing with here. So if you don't mind sharing with us, what is the monthly revenue looking like for your cleaning company right now?
Right now, we only kind of really track like our commercial. And right now on the commercial side, we're just under 35,000 a month. But we do like sprinkle in like residential and different one-off jobs, but I don't focus on it that much because I'm trying to grow my my recurring number. So
That's what's up, man. And by the way, you talking about only, dog. I almost spit my drink out when you said that, man. So congrats on that success right there. So all right, so now let's
thank
start.
you.
We're gonna rewind it first and figure out how you got there.
Okay.
First off, when did you start the business and what made you want to get into the cleaning business in particular?
I started the business officially in September 2019.
Okay.
Pretty much just wanted to do something different, man. I had worked in the retail industry for about 10 years. We did management there. It was good. Great company. One of the best companies in the US to work for. And I was moving up quickly,
Right.
but I just wanted to do something different. So I jumped out and started selling insurance. That didn't really work out. And went back to work, but selling that insurance gave me that little taste of what it kind of felt like to not really have anybody to answer to except for you.
Right.
And I thought I just started looking into low cost startup businesses, and it was either the cleaning industry, a lawn care business, or mobile detailing. And I just saw more opportunity for growth within the cleaning industry. Like I can build a team and provide, hundreds of jobs, hopefully thousands.
Right.
And I just saw that being a smoother track on the commercial cleaning side.
Gotcha. So, okay, so you started the business about 2 years ago. Now you up to about 35,000 a month, and so it makes me wonder. Okay, so about how much can you remember roughly about how much it cost you to invest in the business?
Initially, like I really just like it was like a bucket and a mop start. Like I started watching your videos. I wrote my business plan when I decided a cleaning business. I wrote it on 2 sheets of paper flying back from one of my buddy's weddings. And soon as I got to my house, I looked up cleaning businesses. How to start a cleaning business. And your interview, gosh, what was the guy's name? Long Dreads. And I remember him saying that.
Travis Benson, probably.
Yes, I
Yep.
think that's what it was. I remember him
Travis Benson.
saying that he had, they done put in 24-hour shifts. I did that at my job. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And they had cleared like 260 in the year, and I was like, yo, I gotta watch some more of this. So I just started going through all your videos, and that's how I came up on the starter kit. I got the starter kit, went and got my LLC, and just kind of started doing it. I think that probably roughly was about $500, and then I started getting equipment and stuff like later, like and
Right.
building my kit and stuff up later. But initially, really probably like $500. That's because I used the starter kit as well, like the starter kit
Cool.
course.
That's what's
Yep.
up, man. So you basically flip $500 into 35,000. That's what I'm saying. You flip $500 into a $35,000 per month income. Really, like if you really look at it, and because a lot of times people will say, "Well, how can I invest this $500 or this $1,000 or this $2,000?" And all my answer is always a business, because I don't know no stocks you could put $500 in and turn that into something that's gonna bring you $35,000 a month every single month. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
no,
just really want.
absolutely.
That's why I wanted to break that down like this. I appreciate that. All right, man. So now I do remember when we was in Chicago, you told me a little bit of your story, and you talked about how basically you had this career. You will make it. Well, I tell you what. You tell us the story. You share the story with us.
Well, yeah, I just always been like kind of a go-getter.
Yeah.
As far as when I get my eyes set on something, I almost like obsess over it.
Right.
Because I hate people telling me what to do. And I feel like the closer you are to the top, the fewer people you have telling you what to do. Like, and so any business I've ever walked into, I've always just been like, how do I get his job? Like,
Right.
and I was moving up very quickly. Things were happening, things were going great. I was making just right around 70,000
Mhm.
a year, which like for me and my family and where I come from, like at that time, I'm like, oh, this, I'm making good money. But just like based off of just the statistics, like, around 85,000 is where people get comfortable. That's the comfortable money where people can, kind of live a little less stress, with a little less stress.
Right.
And my next promotion was going to be about that. And
Right.
coming up on my 29th birthday, I just didn't know, man. I just didn't know if a gold watch, a gold ring, and a green jacket was going to do it for me after putting in, 45 years, like, or something like that, and maybe have 1 or 2 million and had to do things someone else's way, versus testing myself and seeing how far I can really push myself, to get way more than that and be able to help way more people. A big part of that came from just really, man, I had some things happen on my path that I didn't take responsibility for. I blamed someone else, or they didn't like me because of this, or they didn't like me because of
Right.
that. I got passed up because of this, and I found myself getting bitter.
Right.
And so what I started doing is I just went heavy into the personal development, man. A lot of Jim Rohn, a lot of Les Brown, Eric Thomas, like William Hollis, like those kind of guys, like was like in constant rotation, and it just made me like look at myself different. It's like, bro, you a lion, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like go out there and hunt, like do what you do. And
Right.
got slapped in the mouth when I did financial planning,
Right.
and man, different. It's different, especially when everybody make $30,000 or
Right.
something like that, trying
Right.
to sell them insurance and let me manage it. Nah, bro, it was just different, and I wasn't prepared for it. So I went back to work. A friend of mine had a Boar's Head distributorship, and where I worked at with my previous company, we worked very closely with them. So
Mhm.
I was able to jump onto his team, and that was a great opportunity for me. Um, and that's when I started my cleaning business. When I started there, like I
Right.
kind of did them at the same time,
Gotcha.
and I built my business like on the weekends, got promoted a couple times within the company there
Mhm.
over the year and a half that I was there. And then last year, December 28th, yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, actually yesterday was my 1 year anniversary of cutting that safety net and just jumping. Like,
Congrats, man. Congrats, man.
but I wouldn't advise nobody to do it how I did it. Cause I have no money, nothing saved, no
Yeah.
plans, like nothing. Like like I had kind of blew that when I left and went to the financial services, and I wasn't making enough, so I had to use my 401k and stuff like that. But this time, like, it was just, I just had to figure a lot of stuff out. That's
Right.
why I made a lot of mistakes, and so
Right.
that's why I'm able to kind of move how I move now.
Right. And look,
So
and I be saying I don't advise nobody to do it either, right? To just walk off that job quickly
yeah, yeah,
prematurely. But I tell you what, I did it. You know what I mean? You did it. Sean Richards, I know he said he did it.
yeah.
A few people that did it, and it seems like a lot of times those be the ones though that's able to take off. You're gonna go through some hardship though. You're gonna definitely struggle. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
financially,
absolutely.
and you know what I mean. But if you can fight through, it's definitely gonna pay off from what I see. But Tony, though, like you could have just kept the job, the $70,000 a year. You could have had your 401k. You could have, no, I
Mhm.
mean, you could have lived that right. Why did you still shift to entrepreneurship when you could have had it basically easy? You know what I mean? So could you talk
Um,
about that?
and not like cliche of my company or nothing, but the impact, man.
Yeah,
Like that's really honestly it. Like um I really truly believe that God gave me this vision, and he didn't like let me go through all those things that I went through and all those lessons that I had to learn and all the struggles that I've been through in just this year alone. Like,
mhm.
with this business, for me to just throw in the towel and go back to work. Like, cause definitely it has crossed my mind, and
Yeah,
I don't burn bridges. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I can revisit really any situation, and but I just it's too big, man.
Yeah,
Like where I see this thing is just so massive that like I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to those around me if I were to throw in the towel and go back. Like I just have too much respect for those people that believe in me, man, because in this journey is very few of those.
yeah,
Like, you got those ones that'll say, yeah, we believe in you, blah blah blah. Yeah, but then they can't stand behind you. But then you got those ones that's there, and
yeah.
that's for real. And I owe it to them. I owe it to my community to keep pushing.
Facts. So, and you know what's crazy you said, because that's exactly what pushed me. Like the fact that I knew that I was, I mean, put myself on YouTube and I'm out here, but I thought about going back get a job all the time. But it was like, damn, I know people watching me. If I go back and get a job, it's gonna like I feel they're gonna feel like they can't
Yeah,
do it because I ain't do it. So it's like you definitely
yeah.
got a whole community riding that, like you said, that impact that you having on people, man. So all right, well, I'll tell you what, let's go to the next one. Let's go do this. What with the way that your company has grown, what has been the
hmm
best way for you to get customers?
By any means necessary. like, like seriously, man. Like I said, man, when I was with the financial industry, man, it was brutal, but their sales process was golden.
Yeah,
And it was just that hard nose, just everybody that you come in contact with is a potential prospect.
right.
So, grabbing business cards, making cold calls, reaching out to old relationships, like people that I knew, maximizing as much as I had time and money for on the social media and the Google marketing. Didn't really get much from Facebook, but also didn't really put much into it.
Right.
Same thing with, Google,
Mhm.
Google local services, that helped us tremendously. It's
Definitely.
like a cheat code, bro. Like
Yeah.
if you're in the building services industry, like you do cleaning, maintenance, anything like that, like if you're not using Google local services, like you missing a lot.
Facts.
Because a lot of people look at it, man, I don't want to spend that $1,200 a month, like, because they look at the little thing, but you don't realize that you can get one job
Yeah.
that can
Cover
pay that
that.
whole
Yeah.
1,200. Like it's all about like what kind of service you offer and how well you do, and then just being good, man. Like just being good at what we do. That helps a lot. Like and being confident in our abilities, because we know that we can hang with the best of them. We just have to get the opportunity to show it. So any chance that we get to reach out to someone, or strike up a conversation about what it is that we do,
Yeah.
we capitalize on it.
That's
So
what's up, man. And I'm gonna tell you what too. I know it's working for you to Google over services because I literally, when I was putting my questions together, doing my research for this interview,
mhm.
and I just went up there and I Googled impact cleaning professionals, and it popped right up, man. So it was like
Yep,
I said, oh yeah, I know he
yep.
already. You know what I mean? It's like this is a
Oh yeah.
well-established company right here when it pop up. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
what's up.
man. We're trying, man. We're really looking at ways to do better about that. Like even more automations as far as our follow-ups and stuff, because I done lost some bread
Yeah.
behind, the lack of follow-up.
Right.
Just because right now I'm still very much so in the business.
Right.
Like, and I'm trying to get away from that. That's my 2022 ultimate goal, is to be completely systemized out of the execution process on the cleaning side. Um, but like just being able to market well, but
Yeah.
also being able to handle whatever's coming in. Like, I don't advise, if you got a really low close rate, to just try to use like a little bit of amount. Like, you're gonna have to use a lot more money, like,
Right.
because you're gonna have to get a lot more opportunities. But if you get a high close rate, you might not have to spend as much on marketing to get the results that you want to get, unless you like just hungry, like, and you want to
Right.
keep going. Because like that's how we approach it. Like, we just keep grabbing a bigger plate, like, just keep stacking it on and handling what we can handle, and doing what we got to do to grind it out right now. Because I just know on that other side, like, once we get like over that little hump, whatever that hump is, like, I know as soon as it happens, like, it's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
it's gonna be beautiful.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay. Now, speaking on that systemizing and everything, I want to ask about employees because, again, with the revenue that you're doing, I know you said you're
Mhm.
still in the business, but you can't be doing all that by yourself. So let's talk about, what are some strategies that you've been using to find some good help, whether it's employees or subcontractors? Like, what are you doing right now?
Man, I done tried a little bit of everything. I have a couple of subcontractors in some of my bigger accounts,
Yeah.
because they were placed into those before I was able to staff them. So, getting subs that have their own team and everything like that works well. Like,
Right.
especially it's like I'm doing now, like, is going back and tightening up my subcontractor
Mhm.
agreements.
Right.
So that way it's like a little more like, hey, if you're subbing for me, like, these are some
Right.
guidelines. Because when you're working with a sub, sometimes, depending on how willing they are to adhere to your ways,
Mhm.
like, you know they don't really have to listen to you,
Exactly.
as long as the job is getting complete. Like,
Right.
they can really do it however they want to do it.
You want to. Right.
So I'm just trying to tighten that up a little bit more,
Right.
and just making sure I have it, written legally the right way,
Right.
where they, if you're on my team, then that's how you kind of got to rock.
Absolutely.
But now I'm getting into more so of hiring my own people,
Okay.
because that's one of the things that I learned from cleaning and cocktails, like, meeting those people up there, was um you got to create like opportunities for people,
Mhm.
like real opportunities. If you want to get those people that are going to stick, like, creating some true, like, organizational opportunities where you can start out as a technician today, but you might be a area manager in a year from now. You go through the progression. So, kind of mapped out, kind of like a organizational chart, so
Yeah.
that I can show new people when I'm hiring them, hey, this is what you do. When you come on, this is where you start. Like, and offering unique benefits.
Right.
um so the last couple of people that I've hired have been really quality people, like
Mhm.
really good people that are looking long term, and like the long vision
Right.
with me as well. Because we just offer unique benefits. We don't have health insurance and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
after 30 days, if you show up every day, you automatically get a 50-cent raise.
Wow. That's what's up.
After 60 days, you don't have any complaints and you're still showing up, another 50-cent raise. So
Right.
by your 90 days, like, you're up to that, almost a whole $1.50,
Right.
because now you've shown us that it it matters like to you, like that we matter to you. So we want to show you the same, and just different bonuses, consistency bonuses, no missed days, no complaints, customer compliments, and we pool all of that into an end of the year bonus. For everybody that sticks around gets that whole pot of recruiting bonuses, sales bonuses, like all that stuff. They get it at the end of the year, so that way they have something going into Christmas.
That's what's
Instead
up,
of
man.
piecing it. I thought about piecing it out,
Mm-hmm.
but just dropping it towards the end of the year so everybody can have that big lump sum right before the holidays. I feel like that'll be a little more beneficial. And just offering things like that, I've been able to get a lot more like quality people, man. And just the website, like not using Indeed, not advertising on Craigslist. We kind of like we tried some advertisement on social media for hiring, but like that didn't really fall through.
Okay.
But yeah, just really the website, man. Like I just
Yeah.
putting your application in like a job form or something like that, where people can just click, fill out the information, and if it's not completed, we just type up a email, send it back to them, say we have received your information. If you could please review and complete the entire thing, because if they can do that, then that's a simple instruction. So now you can follow simple instructions. So now we can go ahead and get the interview and all that stuff set up. So.
Yeah, and it's crazy you brought that up too, because that was actually going to be one of my questions, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave it off because I felt like I had too many. But since you touched on it, because I thought it was a great point, because that's a good strategy, like to set up that online application where they can go in and fill it out, and it's like, well, hell, if you can get through this, that's the first good sign right there. A lot of people don't got the patience to simply sit there and do an online application. Some people don't even know how to go online, you know what I mean, and do an application. So it's like if they can get through those little simple things, that right there is a sign that okay, you might be a fit for the job. So I appreciate you pointing that point out right there. And I also be too, because I know some people watching and be like, but AJ, ask them, how do you get the subcontractor? So let me ask you. So you said for the employees, they pretty much going straight to your website and finding you and just doing the application. What about for the subcontractors that you had working with you? What was your strategy for finding those?
I had some contact me, just like they were just looking for businesses to sub with, because some people, that's their business model. They don't really seek like clients as far as the actual consumer, but they seek different businesses to be clients for. So I've gotten contacted by that just through like Google, just different relationships, meeting different people that have cleaning businesses, because I'm an encourager, man, and I'm a helper. Like, so if I see somebody in the store, like they talking about they got a cleaning business, hey, whatever I know, I'll stop right there and, I'll talk with you all day about it. Like, because this has, slowly turned into my passion. So, but just meeting different people and just asking, what are you working on? Like, do you have enough business? Because one thing I'm very confident is I can go get business. Like I have no doubt about my abilities in going and closing business. And some people just struggle with that, like, and they whether they don't have the time or they don't have the energy. Like, some people just don't know how to get their own business, or don't care to, or whatever. Or some people just are helping, like, hey bro, I know you got your business, you busy over there, but bro, I cannot staff this account. Can you take care of it for me? And yeah, bro, we do our split, and they manage the account for me. And I've also had some other instances on the residential side, because I got like, in the residential, I got like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because I don't like, I get so many calls for it, but I don't really want to do that. But what I do is I just sub them. Like my aunt, she worked with me for a little bit, and they started their own cleaning company. So a lot of my cleanings on, the east side, like, the west side going that way, like, are, I sub her for them. And then a lot of the ones on this side is another guy that worked with my cleaning company and one of my buddies' cleaning companies, and him and his lady, they do a lot of, cleaning and maintenance and stuff. So just pick up with them, and other companies that call ask if you got more work. Like,
Right.
yeah, I can get more work. I can always get more work. Right.
Right. That's what's
So
up though. So look, so you said it's no problem to get more business, right? But I gotta ask you this, right? Especially as a guy
mhm.
who growing their hair out now too, right? I see you got the
Yes,
hair.
sir.
You know what I mean? So like as a person doing B2B, do you ever feel slighted in any way, or do you feel like you might get prejudged, but simply because you got hair and you're a black man in this industry? Like, do you feel like that's any type of negative connotations thrown towards you about that?
Man, as Les Brown say, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I know, I know what I'm there for,
Yeah,
and how they feel. I'm still gonna do what I do and be me. Like, shoot, like when I worked in the corporate world, I was always, that super buttoned up. Like, I was the one wearing the tie when nobody else was anymore.
right.
Like, clean cut, like,
Yep.
but now I feel like, it's me. Like, I can
Right.
do what I want to do, and this is my business. If people want to do business with me, they're going to do business with me regardless of what I look like,
Right.
and then after they see the service that we provide, then they're really going to be glad that they made the choice that they made. So,
Right.
we just go in there and do what we got to do. Like, because anybody else, how they think of us, like, of course we're not going to present ourselves like in a wild way, because that's not who we are and how we want to present ourselves. We're professionals,
Right.
and we present ourselves as such. We talk as such, we walk as such, and we're big on, as my mom, like, I got this from my mom, just
Mhm.
cleaning with her for so many years. Just the ability to walk in and make everybody in the building feel like you're a part of their team.
Right.
Like, so that's something that's very unique. Like, that we offer is almost all of our accounts. Like, the people feel like, we like work with them.
Right.
So we get invited to the Christmas parties and
Yep.
different things and stuff like that, because the people feel like we work with them, because we come in with good energy. We're talking to people. How was your weekend? See, they got kids. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, my kids play soccer and this and that. And like, but some people, like, they like to be the night ninjas, where
Yeah.
everybody leave and they in and they out.
In and out,
Like,
don't talk to
shoot, hey,
nobody. Yeah.
hey, let me see everybody in the building. Like, I'll walk through and shake every person's hand and greet everybody by name.
Right.
But that's the energy that I like in my business. And now more and more the people that are attracting themselves and coming to my team, or like more and more that personality. So it's like a really good feeling, like, to have like people coming and matching my energy and my wave, like, as far as that.
And notice
So,
that, man, because and I appreciate you sharing that, because I'm always gonna get some naysayers, right? There's always gonna be somebody out there
oh,
trying to
absolutely.
find a way to see how something can't work for them. I'm trying to tell you, ain't no excuses. A lot of y'all gonna think, well,
Mhm.
I gotta cut my hair if I'm gonna do business, or I gotta be now. You gotta be professional, but you don't have
Always.
to be anything other than yourself either, though. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yep.
Now, I mean, to do it professionally, but you definitely can be yourself. And I appreciate that, Tony, for you, know what I mean, breaking that down for us. Now, I did
Yeah.
see that we mentioned your website. So I got to
Hmm.
ask this, who did it for you, and about how much did it cost, or is it costing?
It's probably about, like, right now, because she's rebuilding everything on our website. That's just kind of like the the draft of
Gotcha.
it right now.
Gotcha.
But what we try to do is make it really simple.
Mhm.
Um, just, you can scroll straight down. This is what we do. This is who we serve.
Yep.
You can request a consultation or join our team. It's not a whole lot of clicking and stuff like that going on, which we will add later.
Right.
But initially, just to get the traffic to it and get our point across, we do that. And she also helps with our social media. She's now working on building those accounts up now.
Gotcha.
And it's probably right now, I think we're at about 300 a week.
That's what's
But that's going to come with active management of everything.
gotcha.
So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Because I like to make sure these things are known for people looking at it and trying to see,
Hmm.
what's going to be part of running that company. I got to ask those type of questions. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. So what's the long-term goal with your cleaning business?
Oh man. Um, Man, I want to really optimize the business in a way to completely capitalize on all the opportunities that are presenting themselves here where I'm from. Right now, I live in Polk County, Florida, and
Mhm.
Winter Haven and Lakeland are two of the fastest growing cities
Right.
in the U.S. right now. So there's industrial buildings, healthcare facilities. Man, it's crazy out here right now, the amount of building and opportunities that are coming. And I just want to position my business um, in the best possible way where we can capitalize on those opportunities so that we can create more opportunities. So now we
Right.
got more jobs to offer people. Now we have like more like really gainful employment where people can come and join our team and stay a while, and gain new skills and help be a part of the development. And really where we can just be active in our community, in our churches. Like, I want to be able to be a massive like contributor to Polk County, like,
That's what's up.
and through cleaning and keeping Polk clean, that's one of the ways that we're gonna do it, because this is only number one.
Yeah.
So this is just my starter business, where I can use my skills as a leader to build a team to eventually where this business just runs itself, and then I can go um, out and explore other ventures. But right now I'm lasered in on
Right.
as gosh, what is his name? It's the book So Good They Can't Ignore You.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Is that
Okay.
Cal Newport?
I
I
don't know
don't I
that
don't
one. I
want to
don't
say the
know that
wrong
one.
artist,
I heard it, but
but
I haven't read that one.
um but if no one hasn't, if you haven't read So Good They Can't Ignore You, like definitely,
Okay.
like, and that's a motivator, because he talks about like the passion concept kind of being like watered down more, so like you can pick a skill and
Mhm.
focus on it and get so good at it that now it's easier to you, and you feel good about it, and the world like sees it on a really high level. So that's definitely a good one, and that's the approach that I'm taking to the building services industry.
That's what's up, man. Now I know too. I know at least for me, when it came to transitioning to entrepreneurship and growing a business, it was some
Hmm.
mindset things I had to change. Like for one example is I had to realize that everything was my fault in my life. Like I got control over every single thing in my life. I can't blame anybody, like you were saying earlier in the interview.
Hmm.
And then I had habits too, certain habits. You know what I mean? Where I would be around the wrong crowds too often and
Yes.
drinking a little too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes I
Hmm.
still do that one. I got to work on that one. But like, is it any type of habits or mindset shifts that were required for you to build this business that you built?
Yeah, man, you definitely tapped on one there for me, man. This is not something that I share a lot, but I'm not afraid to share it. But it was a big mindset shift. Like when I told you, when I started doing more personal development and stuff like that, like that's when my mindset started shifting more so expanding what was possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the book The Alchemist, like the closer I started walking towards that, then more and more things just started coming to me, and more resources
Home.
started presenting themselves to
Yeah.
be like, oh snap, like it's even more than that. Like even in this industry alone, when I first started, man, like I'm trying to do six figures. Like that was my goal. Like I was like, I'm gonna do six figures. You know what I'm saying? If I can get the business up to about 300, like I can probably like figure out how to keep 100 to myself, and be good. Don't have to have a boss. And then
Right.
like I'm starting to see people that do millions, and then I'm starting to meet and sit at the table and shake hands with people that are doing hundreds of millions, and it's like, yo, so you started like I started,
Right. Right.
and I know what kind of person I am.
Right.
So absolutely, I can do that. So now my vision for it is like, bro, it's
Yep.
wild. So but a big thing that I had to do in that personal development was I was a really heavy drinker, man. Like that, like a functional alcoholic in every sense of it. Like everybody that knew me, they knew, oh, Tone was gonna drink. Like if we're around, they see that polar pop, they know what's going on. Like and that was just how I got down, man. And it was crazy, man. I done had so many moments where I was just like, oh, I'm gonna stop and stop for a little bit, stop here, stop there. And just one morning I just woke up, man, and it was just over.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to drink that day. Then the next day I didn't want to drink again. Then I lost count of it. Like,
Yeah.
and now it's been over a year um that I've been on this journey of sobriety. And man, I'm so thankful because there is no way. Like, even though I was a
Functional.
maniac, man. Like
Yeah.
I could literally work all day long. I could
Right.
be drunk all day long.
Right.
And I could
Man.
work all day long, get up, sleep an hour, and go and do it again. How? I don't know.
Right.
But now, like, where I'm at in my business and how delicate this is to me, and this is my baby, like I couldn't imagine operating like that anymore. So
Yeah.
like I want to be as sharp as possible. So like now I got to get my sleep under control so I
Right.
can, dial that in. But like I couldn't imagine doing this,
Right.
drinking every day. And like I'm the type of person I can't even test myself with it. So, I'm one of the ones that I can't do even one,
Yeah.
but I'm so focused that it's like maybe one day, I
Right.
don't know. But cause quitting wasn't ever a goal. Like
Right.
it's just I just woke up and realized that it was something that I needed to do. Like it was never like I'm gonna quit on this date or actually even if I'm gonna quit, period.
Right.
Like I just woke up and it was like, nah, that's
Wow.
over.
That's what's
So
up,
like
man.
it's
Congrats on that, man. Like
yeah.
that's huge, man. Like I said, that's something I'm working on myself, so I can imagine, like, know what I mean? So
Hmm.
congrats on that. So I gotta touch
Yeah.
on this before we go. Um, your wife. I seen a study where they said that I can't remember like the statistics and all of that. But anyway, basically they were pointing out how one of the things that most successful men have in common is that they're married, right? And
Yep.
so I see you're married. I've been with my same girl for I don't know how many years now, 214, I think. And so it was a huge help in my life. And I want to know, like,
Mhm.
how did that, was there any type of influence there with her being by your side? Did that create some type of stability?
Mm,
Like, could you speak on that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's important to have someone that has your back.
Mhm.
Like, and not only have someone that has your back, but trust you to lead them and handle things.
Right.
And anytime I made a transition, like a rash decision when I first left my first job, like, and I was leaving, like I just called my wife and I just asked her, like, do you trust me?
Right.
And yeah, I know you got it. And like that right there is enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, and then, when I made this transition like last year on the 28th, like I wasn't planning on quitting my job.
Right.
I got to work, didn't like the conversation that we had, and I thought about, hey, I actually don't have to deal with this. And I walked
Right.
back in. I got back in the car, and nothing against those guys. Like
Right.
it just made me think like, yo, I'm building my own, and I'm sitting here like listening to somebody else talk to me about like,
Shit.
what to do. Like
Right.
right. Like, and so I just called my wife. I say, yo, I think I'm about to go hand in the keys. I was like, we good? She was like, I
Right.
trust you. And I went in there and I just had to figure it out from that point. Like it was legit on the phone. Like when the sun came up, like, and I was in a account cleaning. I mean, like not an account, but like a client's house,
Right.
like cleaning that same day. And it's because my wife, she's been here, man. Like all the way when we was in college, not making nothing, making
Yeah.
$8 an hour,
Yep.
like doing these little side jobs, man. We've been struggling, like, there's been points where she's had to carry us.
Right.
There's been points where I've carried us. And but at the end of the day, she's always been here.
Yeah.
When the times that she could have left, because I get these crazy ideas, or I'm gonna try
Yeah.
something different and I'm gonna shake all this stuff up, like I'm gonna do this and do that. And but she holds it down. Like it's always food to eat.
Yeah.
Like, the clothes are always clean. Like
Straight
the
up.
girls are always good.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes like real talk, man. Like on this journey, like people see like the revenue and see stuff coming in, but they don't understand like how much it costs to like truly start a business.
Right.
Like the startup costs are different than the cost
And
of really operating a business, getting to an account and realizing that you need it. Like an extra $5,000 worth of equipment and stuff that you just didn't have.
Right.
Like, you know,
Right.
like that stuff started to hit a little different.
Yeah.
And but you know, we've never not had what we needed in the
Right.
house. Like she takes care of it, and she keeps me encouraged, and she always keeps me feeling like the man of the house. Like, even when like sometimes I feel this small because, you know, the day or the week has just beat up on me. Cause how I go, that entrepreneur roller coaster. People see the smiles and they see, you know, us being able to, you know, converse and stuff right now. But, you know, I guarantee you, any high performer, because we want it so bad.
Right.
Like, it's like you see it, like, and you want it so bad that, like, going through the pain is almost easier than quitting.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you know, I'd rather doggone feel this and just go ahead and shed these tears than to have to walk in there and tell my wife and my daughters that daddy going back to work.
Right.
No way. Right, there's no way.
Right.
So like, it's just having her, like, knowing that she got me, and she's a business owner too, and watching her grind the way she grind, watching her go back to school and get a degree, you know, after 2 kids and pregnant with 1. Like, you know, like, all those things, they motivate, man. Like, and I strongly believe that, like, you know, for the good men and the ones of us that wear our crowns as kings, like, you know, it's only right to have, like, a real queen there.
Yeah.
So it's real spill, man. Like,
man, you about to make me go hug my wife right now, man. But shout out to Mrs. Williams for holding it down, man. I appreciate that, man. So, all right, I got one last question that we're gonna jump into the lightning round. If you got somebody watching this video right now, I know we do, and they listening to your story, they think they want to do it, but they just still a little scared because they don't know how it's gonna work out. They scared to make that jump. What could you say to that person?
Man, go for it, man. Like, you know who you are.
Yeah.
So, like, if, like, and I don't want to discourage nobody, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
If you know you're the type of person that can't handle a lot of pressure, and, you know, be crumbling when the boss yelling at you at work and all this stuff, and you come home and you complain and cry and break stuff all the time, like, maybe you need to stay at work. You know, work on yourself, watch some videos, take some courses or whatever, and start to work on your mindset and stuff as well. But if you that dog that, you know, you walk into a job and you're always find yourself rising to the top, like, a lot of times that's like because you're filling up that box real quick, you know, a lot quicker than they're used to you filling up. But then when you get to a point in that box where they don't know what else to do with you, you in the box too big and you stuck. And that's the time to jump. Like, that's the time where it's like, yo, this box can't hold me no more. Like, I gotta go and do something different. And the biggest thing that I would say to anybody, man, and I do this with guys around here, I do it with my family members in any different field, just figure out how to make it happen. Just figure it out. Like, all right, you need to make $2,000 a month. That's $500 a week. All right, $500 a week. You working 5 days a week. That's $100 a day. If you can't go and find $100 a day, it's something wrong.
Yeah,
it's something wrong. Like, cause some jobs ain't even giving you $100 a day, but you can go do just about anything and make $100 a day. And it's as simple as breaking it down, because people look at it on such a big scale. Well, my bills for the month, $5,000 a month.
Right.
Okay, you don't need Netflix, you don't need this, you don't need that. Okay, now we down to four grand. So now you need $1,000 a week.
Right.
Now let's just break that down into how much you're willing to work.
Right.
And you start doing stuff like that. Now quitting don't seem so difficult.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh snap, that's it? That's all I gotta do?
Right.
Oh, bet. Let me just start there. But track your stuff, man. Track your stuff. Know how many walkthroughs you done went on. Know how many phone calls you making. That's something that I'm tightening up now, is actually tracking. So when we get a sales team, they can have that data of what it normally looks like.
Right. That's real, man. And you know what? Because it really is a simple math. Like, if you know yourself, if you know you built like that where you ain't gonna lose, what you worried about? Then if you got the math where you know, if I do $100 a day, and you got 8 hours to figure out $100, you can't figure out how to make $100 in 8 hours, dog. You can work longer than 8 if you want to. Like,
yeah.
You killed that, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
So
right.
just jump out there, y'all. So look, let's go ahead and jump into this lightning round real quick, man. We got a little fun with it. So I'm gonna say a word or
All right.
phrase. You just tell me what you think about it. You ready? All right, here
All
we
right.
go. All right. So first word is Florida.
Home.
All right. Second word is alcohol.
Over it.
Okay. Cleaning business.
Massive.
Okay. Okay. Top 5 entrepreneurs.
Ooh. Um, I had to say, I like Neo
Okay.
Davis.
Okay.
I like Gary V.
Okay.
Um, Les Brown, just because of the way he's done things. Um,
We had 3. We had 3.
that's 3. Okay. Gotta like Grant Cardone.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
you have to. And then a unique one, man. Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like I like Kevin Hart. Just as far as what he's been able to do with his brand, and how he's been able to make it so uniquely him. Like it's pretty dope.
That's what's up, man. Next, I like that list right there. All right. The next phrase is live educational events.
Oh man, life changing. Like
Yeah.
if you haven't been to one, like it's life changing, man. Went out to BSCAI
Yep.
in Vegas
Yep.
November. Life changing experience, man. Met a lot of really awesome people. Same thing at Cleaning Cocktails in Chicago. A lot of different people, man. And to be honest, man, when I made those initial trips,
Mhm.
like, bro, I ain't had the bread to
Right.
to go to them.
Right.
But just going to what Brian Tracy said, like I think it's like you're likely to make 150% return on your investment for every dollar that you spend on yourself.
Right.
And so don't sleep on the personal development. Don't sleep on getting to these live events. I'm waiting for that CBN event, like, cause
Yeah.
I'm there, man. I'm there. Ready for that one. But yeah, man, to anybody that's out there, if you're in the industry, man, go ahead and 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 find something, man. Get out there, like meet different people. I've learned stuff that has literally changed my business in 2 months. Like I'm thinking from, having a goal of 500,000 next year to
Right.
like we're playing with seeing if we can get like to 2 million next year.
Yeah.
Like because just meeting different people, and like a lot of this stuff is simple.
Yeah.
It's just that we don't talk enough, man. Like within CBN, within the group, we
Yep.
come together. But I guarantee in a lot of those communities that we live in, there
Mhm.
we have the same opportunity to do the same thing with different cleaning companies and stuff, but we don't talk to them because we're so worried about competition, not realizing there's a lot that we can help each other with.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that we can help each other with, that we can figure out how to keep the money in the circle,
Yeah.
like, and keep it within the group. Like, so hey, boom, I know you good on floor care. Yo, let's put up some money together, and let's get you certified as like a master technician. And for
Right.
all my jobs, you come do the floor care. You know what? Maybe you want to join my team, like,
Right.
or whatever it may be. Because really, some people just don't want to run their own business,
Yeah.
and they great at what they do, but they just don't have the business drive, and they rather be an employee. Come
Right.
on, come be a manager on my team.
Right. And there's a
Like
such thing as entrepreneur too. You can be an entrepreneur within
yes,
another
yeah,
company. Yes, sir.
absolutely.
Okay, and it
So,
sounds like you about to go live at CBN after this, man. You because I think you should expound on that a little more in the group, man. But
all right.
all right, but what else we got? All right, my next one is and by the way, I just wanted to point this out. You know, I
Mhm.
specifically put that there because we talked about them cleaning the cocktails, and you one of the big influences on me to make up my mind to start getting out here more and go to more live things because I never
Yeah,
really want to
man.
do. You know what I mean? You want to
Yeah.
pay for it, and you know it's hard because you always look at stuff from most people look at things from ROI perspective. Well, I need that direct ROI, and it's like it's bigger than that. Like you said,
Mhm.
150% return, I think was the quote when you spend on yourself. You know what I mean? And it's
Yep.
like you might not think that you don't get a return on it, but I'm sure just the fact that you're able to level up your thinking, it'll pay for itself. So yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
No,
I appreciate that.
absolutely, man. Like I'm telling you, man. Like literally left Chicago, and um I left Chicago. I had bid on an account. I think I had talked to you about it. Like I had bid on an account right before I came.
Right.
Like learned some things while I
Yeah.
was in Chicago.
Right.
Went back to like the second walkthrough because I
Mhm.
made the top 3
Right.
and showed them a couple things like with the different apps and stuff. I'm like, yo, this is what we doing now and stuff
Right.
like that. And like, hey, I wasn't all the way there yet, but I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Yep.
And like they chose us, even though we were the highest bid, and closed on the account like right before I got to Vegas.
Mm.
So it was like a 4-week process, pretty much from start to finish. But
Right.
it worked because of the people that I was able to be around. Literally, man, just off of conversation,
Right.
just off of conversation alone.
Yep.
Like that's like an extra $100,000 a year, like
Facts.
off of a free conversation, standing in the bar, just talking shop.
That's what's
Like
up.
so like it's dope, man. I'm ready for that CBN event because I'm excited to meet some of these CBN members. Hey, shout out to Mr. Virgil,
Yeah.
Mr. Carr. Yeah,
Yeah.
seen
Good
him
call.
at,
Yeah.
at a couple of events out there. Brandon, yeah, he
Yep.
came up, met him out there. So like it's pretty dope, man. Like being able to meet some of these people that you see online, but being able to like like meeting you and being able to see, okay, real. Like this ain't
Right.
it ain't
Right.
it ain't a facade. Like
Right.
what I expected, is
Right.
what I got when I met you. And
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in like we need more people like that in the world, especially doing what you do because there's so many out there that just be scheming and scamming
Yeah.
and ain't ever got out there and put the muscle in. So
Facts.
man, kudos to you, big dog. Like seriously, man. Like I think I shared this with you, man. This business legit has saved my life. It's changed so many things about me and who I am and like my family dynamic just by starting, man. And your videos gave me a big push of that. Like I'm telling you, like that first night after I watched that first video, I binged like dang near every video that like I don't watch Netflix. I don't like I
Yeah.
don't watch Netflix. I don't go to the movies. I don't do none of that.
Right.
But what I will do, I'll get zoned into something and I'll just be
Yep.
watching it for
Yep.
hours and hours at a time. So yeah, man, you helped a lot, man. So I
Hey,
appreciate that.
appreciate you for saying that. And I mean, and I do my best. So I just appreciate you pointing that out. And again, I appreciate that nugget you dropped on me about the live events, man. You that definitely had an impact. And by the way,
Yeah, man.
that was some good sound bites. My guy probably gonna chop that up. That might be the advertisement for the CBN conference right there, man. So, all right, this is what we got though, because all right, you kind of touched on it too. The next phrase is favorite thing to do in your downtime.
Oh man, right now, man, I'm focused. So like in my downtime, a lot of times I'm learning, man.
Yep.
I don't really. I cut out the music probably about couple months, year ago.
Yeah.
Really like trimmed down on the music. Mostly listening to motivation, like whether it's motivational, just that drive when I'm in mode, like listening to guys like William Hollis and Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
When I'm in a learning mode, listening to guys like Tom Bilyeu and
Yeah.
like Simon Sinek and like just really, man, just feeding like all the time, bro. Like I'm crazy about Audible, man. I'm
Yeah.
crazy about Audible. Like you helped me, you put me on that as well. Like when I was listening, you was like, man, when I was cleaning, I would just put
Yep.
in my headphones and listen to Audible, and I'm like, bet that's where we at. Like,
That's
and
what's up, man.
I started doing that a while ago, and then like sometimes I would just like have to listen to some music to try to move faster. But then I switched it, and
Right.
you type in on Spotify something like gym motivation or something like that. You're using the same type of like drive, and then you got guys like Jocko Willnick and stuff like that in your ear the whole time. Like, yo, you made for this. Like, go
Right.
ahead, do this. Have some discipline. Like, and
Right.
it's like, yeah, bro, like I got this. like,
Right.
like
I'm gonna
when
tell
you
you,
feeling
man.
weak.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You right. I'm gonna tell you, you have this real cool demeanor about you. But Joe, like you said, you a lion. Like you really got a lion
Oh
inside
yeah.
of you, though. Like
Oh
every
yeah. Yeah.
time
Yeah.
when I met you the first time, I heard it, and now I was like, I'm really
Mhm.
seeing, like, yeah, you know what I mean. You one of the ones you're
Yeah.
gonna take the head off. You know what I mean? If they don't,
Yeah. 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 It's so funny, man. Like when people like really get into the Mamba mentality
yeah,
and stuff like that. Because I used to use all those same sayings and stuff like that when I was in the workforce. but I was just focused on something different. Like I literally wanted to dominate like anybody that was doing what I was doing. Like I
Right.
didn't care about like the people in my store or my department.
Mhm.
I just simply wanted to be like hands down the best. So when it was time to get promoted or whatever, no matter how big the selection pool was, like I was gonna be number one. So like I used to train like that, and I would train my people like, yo, no, we need to be dogs. And like then I started like reading more about Jordan and Kobe, and then through Tim Grover's book, and I'm like, oh snap, that's what it is.
Right.
Like you know,
Right.
like that's what makes me so different, because it's like I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Um, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I have been slapped in the mouth, man. Like where it's just something that brings you to your knees and makes you reevaluate, who you are. Like, cause when I was in financial industries, bro, like that was probably the first time that I just gave up on something.
Yeah.
And I just never wanted to feel like that again. So I was like, whatever I do next, like I'm giving everybody around hell. I was telling my boy the other day, he got a cleaning business, and he was like, bruh, he was like, you turning up. I'm like, bruh, I said, like, I know it's good cleaning companies around here and stuff. I say, but and I appreciate them. Like I say, but they just lucky because I didn't know about this
Straight
a
up.
while ago. And so
Straight up.
so 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 now Tonis entered the chat, and
Right.
you know, we ready to play, man. Cause I just like making a difference. Like, to be honest, man, I like to have fun. Like, this is me, like all the time. Like, I
Yeah.
like to have a good time. I like for people to come to work and enjoy their job. I used to hate it with a passion when I was with the company, and when I left, like I would see people come in on their first day so excited,
Mhm.
but 2 weeks later, they miserable and hate that
Yep.
place. I would
Yep.
see managers work their behind off to get promoted. And they get promoted, they go to a store where the manager don't treat them right or treat them like a dog. And now they're like, this is what they've worked for their whole career. And
Right.
now they're just getting beat down like every day. And you don't know if they even, like the job. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I wanted to have more control over how that environment is set. And like my thing is like the best way to do that is to create something of my own.
Absolutely.
And so like I set the tone, and if you not with the vibe, then you can get with it or get lost. That's it. Like,
Straight up.
those are your only options, but we're going to work harder than everybody else. We're going to provide a better quality than everybody else. Our service is going to be better than everybody else. We're going to be more committed to learning and growing and developing more than everybody else. So at the end of the day, as long as we consistently do that, in the end, we're going to be better than everybody else.
Everybody else.
And like so that's my goal. And I want to bring people with me um on a large scale.
Yes.
So that's why I think that it's important, man, for us to start getting these live events, whether it's a CBN event or we're joining these different organizations and stuff
Right.
like that. Getting around like-minded people. Like, most of the people I talk to on a daily basis on the phone now, they're in the
Mhm.
cleaning industry. Like, I
Right.
don't have conversations that don't really have to do with what I'm doing. Like, people can call me a nerd, they can say I'm weird, but I'll be a weird one for now. Like,
Yep.
that's fine. I'll be that.
Yep.
But when it comes to fruition,
Mhm.
like what we're working on,
Yeah.
like, bruh, it's going to be like massive, bro. Like, I'm
Yeah.
telling y'all, man. I'm
Straight
telling you.
up, though. Straight up, man. Hey, look, you sound like you got a YouTube channel or a course or something that you got I mean, like that people should know about, man. Do you got a YouTube up yet? If not, I recommend that you should have one.
Man, I'm horrible about documentation. Like, straight up, man. Like, my social media girl be tearing me up.
Yeah.
And get no pictures. I don't.
Right.
I'll be moving, man. I'll be working.
Right.
Like, but I am, man. Once I get my systems a little better in place and things a little more lined out here, because I'm trying to stay focused on my business.
Yeah.
There is a program that I strongly believe God is sending me on a mission to complete.
Okay.
And it's just a program going to be helping people make that jump.
Yeah.
Like, people that may have a skilled trade or a little something like that, just simply like breaking down, okay, mindset wise, are you prepared to leave your job?
Right.
Like, do you want to leave your job just for this or that? Like, just helping people work through that. Then very similar to you, like, with showing people how to walk through the LLC process and stuff like that.
Right.
Just showing them how to get started and run their business in the early stages. Like
Right.
as I learn more, then I can teach people how to scale and stuff like that. But just as far as what I know, most people just need help getting started, man. You got plumbers, electricians, handymen out here that kill the game.
Yeah.
But like all of their work only comes off of word of mouth, and they don't have a van with a wrap on it, or you know, they don't have a logo on their t-shirt. You can't find them on Google. And just like helping people do different things like that, because on Google you can turn 200 into freaking 20,000 quick.
Yeah.
Like my biggest account came off a $17 lead. Like you know, $17, you know, biggest account.
Right.
And it's like, you know, being able to just capitalize on that, man. Like just showing people how to do that. I want to help, because I feel like the more we do, especially us in the Black and brown communities, man, like the more that we do to help ourselves, like then the better things are going to get, man. Because when there's more money coming into the communities, like the right way, you know, there's more positive situations happen, and our kids start to see that. So now instead of your uncle, you know, may live a lifestyle that's not, you know, widely accepted, now your uncle is actually a business owner. Like, yeah, he got a mobile detailing business. My other uncle, he got a car, you know, lawn care business. You know, my daddy got a cleaning company. Like all these things like that. And when you start seeing more of that around you, it becomes normal. So like my thing is I want to try to normalize like Black entrepreneurship as much as possible on the largest scale I can. Not that I'm opposed to helping anybody else. My two best friends are white. Like, but I see the most demand and need for it in our own communities, and that's where I want to help at, and I want to continue to grow my network of like-minded people. So CBN, if you out there and you on the same mission, man, let's link up, man, and let's make a difference. Let's make an impact for sure.
That's what's up, man. Mr. Antonio Toni Williams, man, you killed it, man. I appreciate you. And until we get the program going, how can we follow the journey, man? Like, where can we find you?
You can find me on my website at Impact Cleaning Professionals. We're going to start integrating a little more updates on that, tell our story a little better. Find me on Facebook on Toni Williams, Toni, Williams with an S. Got an Instagram at AYE underscore underscore just underscore tone. So it's just I'm just tone. Like and then we got the ICP Polk, which is our Impact Cleaning Professionals. That's our Instagram. So I don't really do too much on social media or nothing like that. Like right now we're in the grinding phase. Next year we're really, you know, stepping it up to really, you know, we on a level up mission, something serious next year. So
that's what's up, man. Hey, Toni, I appreciate you coming on, man. It was a pleasure having you.
I appreciate you.
I got a lot from this. You motivated me to go bigger. Now, so I appreciate it, bro. And we definitely be gonna be in contact for sure.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you want to start or grow your business, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business, all type of stuff. And also, don't forget to download the Calculated Clean mobile app as well, all right? So that's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not? Binge on it. Let's go.